Good morning, students. This presentation I have made for neural network, and this is useful for all artificial intelligence students. Artificial neural networks. Actually, artificial neural network is a collection of connected units, and these units are known as nodes. These connected units are known as artificial neurons, and these actually resemble to the original neurons of a human brain. So every node is built with a set of inputs, weights, and a bias value. Weight of the neural network are held within the hidden layers. Neural network is actually the artificial neural network, which in general known as neural network. It is the base of deep learning, and it is used to solve all kind of complex and big kind of calculations which are not possible to solve by simple algorithms. For examples, the medical diagnosis, the face detection, the voice recognition, and many more tasks. This is the neural network model, and here we can define the structure of this neural network model in three different layers: input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. Input layer corresponds to dendrites in a neuron. So the first one, which is showing in the light pink circles, these are the input layer. Now come to the second two level. The second two level or the second two layers are the light blue circles and the green circles. These are actually the hidden layers, and feature extraction is done here. So all kinds of processing takes place in these layers. After this, you will be able to get one simple pink circle, and this pink circle is actually represent to axon in a neuron. This is actually output layer, and here the result, we get the result in this layer. So the input layer and output layer is only responsible for taking input and giving output respectively. There is no processing takes place in these two layers, while the hidden layers are only and only responsible for data processing. Features of neural networks. Neural networks are modeled on the human brain and nervous system. These are able to extract features without any input. Each neural network node is a machine learning algorithm, and it is useful for big dataset and complex problem. Artificial neural networks have so many advantages, like it has the ability to learn by themselves, and it produce the output that is unbelievable sometime, and it is not limited to a certain area. uh, Information storage since take place on the entire network at different points, so it does not restrict the functioning of the network. Sometimes, suppose if some problems are there in some networks or some nodes, then it does not affect the functioning of other nodes. So it has the ability to work with partial data or incomplete data, and the output is totally dependent on whatever the input is provided. If suppose partial data is provided, then accordingly we will get the output. If complete data is provided, then as per the input given, we will get the result. So result is totally depends on the performance of user, that what kind of input is given by the user. As per that, we will get the output. It has the parallel processing ability. Artificial neural network have numerical strength that can perform more than one task at a time. It always processes the data in the form of numbers, because it first convert the data into numeric, then only it process it. It has the ability to manage the fault in any area, and it learns from the data already fed in it. So we can say that it learns from past events, and then make the decision on the basis of similarities and differences found after the processing. Disadvantages. The most important disadvantage is that it is totally dependent on the hardware, and it does not give a clue as to who and how in case of a probing solution. Actually, it has a black box nature, and the reason is it's that it has a very good computational burden, a high computational burden, you can say, the proneness to overfitting, and the empirical nature of model development. The meaning is that since we have to already feed a lot of algorithm for different kinds of calculation and computation, problem is that it just check all kinds of algorithm and try to find out the best solution for it. So it has the nature of proneness to overfitting, and the empirical nature of model development means it always analyze the existing data, try to find out the best algorithm fit in the current scenario, and then in this way it already start creating a lot of algorithm, or you can say the change in algorithm, and just making new algorithm with the existing data. So it has the empirical nature of model development. There are no specific rule to determine the structure, as we know that it learns from the past data through trial and error. Everyday structure gets changed. ANN can work with numerical data. Problems have to be translated into first in the numerical form, then only it has to be processed. So performance is directly influenced by the display mechanism, which actually depends on the user's ability. As we have already discussed, that it totally depends on what kind of value we are providing to it, and as per that value, it processes the data and display the output. So if we are providing incomplete data, we will get the result accordingly. If we are providing full-fledged complete data, then definitely we will get the output as per the input given. The attributes of artificial neural networks. First, it has the nature of adaptive learning. So it learns with the experiences, whatever the data is already feed in the system with the help of trial and error. Concept, self-organization. It has the ability to cluster and modify or classify big data. Cluster and classification is simply dividing the data on the basis of similarities and differences. So, like medical image analysis. Real-time operation, it is able to handle real-time situation like self-driving cars, drones, investigation, etc. And prognosis, weather prediction, traffic status. So these are all the examples of artificial neural networks and features. Applications, pattern recognition, signature verification application, Adobe Acrobat, DigiSeal Reader. These are the software which are used to verify the signature. And handwriting and image analysis, there is a company Neuroscript from which we can use the software Mobilizer, and it is used to just check the pattern of handwriting and check the pattern of images. Actually, it is used to handwriting analysis and image analysis. In our daily life, we use the Google Home, and if we are using a Samsung mobile, we can use the feature from Bixby, the same feature which Google Home is providing for speech recognition. Usually in our mobile, we use the face lock system. In Facebook also, there is a face recognition system. So face recognition is also an application of neural network. Fraud detection. All kinds of frauds done with the credit card, debit card, that is done with the help of neural network. And apart from that, we also use it in marketing, banking and finance, medical diagnosis, etc. What are the challenges of neural networks? Actually, the biggest challenge for designing a artificial neural network is to provide training to the system. It's a very big and difficult task because a lot of data is required to feed in the system in the form of images, in the form of text, in the form of data, in the form of video and audio. so that a system can be prepared in such a manner that it can decide something, it can take the decision like a human. Theoretical issues are, a lot of issues are there, like to identify all hate speech and misinformation on social media. Like earlier, some chatbots were introduced, but very soon they have to remove from the social media site, as they have started speaking against something which is not appropriate. They have started commenting on some religion and on some specific category people. So it is very difficult to differentiate the reviews in a company to solve an issue. Like which review is in which category we have to place by the machine. So it would be difficult sometime for a machine to decide that which review is good or which review is bad. And the next one is hardware issues, because if we are using a machine, definitely a lot of hardware system is involved, and it may create a lot of technical issues. Major neural networks associations, which are used for different purposes, like INNS, it is an International Neural Network Society, and IEEE-CIS, which is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers Computational Intelligence Society, and these people are involved for the programming part of neural networks. And ENNS is a European Neural Network Society, in which people are associated from the European countries. So this was all about the artificial neural network. And as per requirement, in further videos, you will get something more additional about these and other than the topic which I have already discussed. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.